The Galgun series is one that I feel needs to exist during a time when everything seems to be taken so seriously. I generally find time to play when people aren't around, and then take it out on parties and pretend I enjoy it ironically, but the truth is, I've learned to love it for its arcade systems, adorable characters, and crazy gameplay. Strangely, we didn't receive the first game in the West, but that's all changing with the release of Galgun Returns. This remastered entry celebrates the 10th anniversary of the series and gives players a chance to experience the missing title. While it holds up in terms of gameplay and unlockables, it definitely shows its age in its presentation. Galgun Returns' narrative is very similar to Galgun Double Peace, where a student at Sakurachi Academy is shot with Cupid's arrow, and now the entire female student body wants him. Well, except for the one girl he has a crush on. In the beginning, players will choose their crush, which locks them into a character route and changes the stage's layouts, but the structure is more or less the same for each girl. During dialogue, players will respond to the girls, and based on their reactions, they'll gain affinity with them. The choices will typically match the girl's personality, but it's possible to say what you want at the expense of receiving a bad ending. Each girl has their own minigame style boss battles that make their route unique. There's also a final boss fight at the conclusion to round it all off. Players have stats affected by a Doki Doki system in-game, but I might be getting ahead of myself. Galgun Returns is an all-in-rail shooter, where players will travel from stage to stage shooting at thirsty female classmates who are attempting to get in the way of your confession to the one you love. These girls will come out of everywhere to get you and make up the game's core fun. Think House of the Dead, but with cute girls. You're awarded points as you shoot the girls, but some are incredibly tough to strike, which adds to the arcade-like appeal. It's also possible to one-shot them, known as Ecstasy Shot, but it's not the easiest thing to do. As you send the girls to Euphoria, you'll be able to unleash Doki Doki mode on a classmate. You are taken to a minigame type area where you twist around the girl and find her sweet spot, zoom in, and shoot. After a few of those, she'll be in heaven and will take out the remaining girls on screen. Your stats are also affected by this minigame. Further, you'll need to do this 3 times on each girl to unlock their full profile. Stages are pretty self-contained, save for this one stage where you journey through the air ducts. This is where Galgun Returns definitely shows its age. The stages are short, typically take place in one room, and don't have too many moving parts. It's nothing fancy, but the lack of environments caused the game to become a little dull across the multiple playthroughs it requires to unlock everything. If you played a lot of Double Peace, you'll draw many similarities between the two titles and their stages, making me just want to play Double Peace. The characters steal the show here since each girl has their own profile and style. After a few playthroughs, I even began to remember some of their names and dubbed a few of them my favorites. Every playthrough will allow you to unlock new modes, gallery pictures, endings, but most importantly, panties. Yes, this game has a lot of panties, over 400 of them to be exact. Other modes include Score Attack, which is pretty self-explanatory, as well as Doki Doki Carnival, where you can set up a Doki Doki mode with more than one girl. How lewd. There's also a dressing room to customize each girl's outfit and accessories and ways to interact with them in a profile mode. It's enough to warrant multiple playthroughs if you wish to fine-tune your harem, but it definitely will take a dedicated fan. Music in Galgun Returns just isn't good, yet I still hummed along at some points. This could have been because the same song loops throughout the entire game though. The PC version is a bit lacking in terms of options as it is limited to only 1080 resolution. If Inti Creates continues to go down the path of PC releases, they'll need to start adding additional options such as higher screen resolution support and higher FPS. I'm a simple man and want to shoot my pheromone shots in 4K with defined shadows, textures, and the works. This is all on top of a repetitive gameplay structure that you probably already know if you'll like it or not. Galgun Returns is good for fans of the series to experience where it all began. The extra modes, refined gameplay elements, and voiced audio make it a welcome remastered release. However, the dated design may have you more interested in playing the other entries or wishing for a completely new title in the series. Those who invest in unlocking everything are in for an amazing experience. But don't expect to get into Euphoria after just one round. Noisy Pixel is giving Galgun Returns a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review on noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.